Sa oral arguments kanina, kinwestiyon ng Korte Suprema ang pag-remit ng PhilHealth ng 60 billion pesos sa national government kahit may utang pa ito. Nakatutok si Mark Salazar.
Sumentro ang Korte Suprema sa lagay ng pananalapi ng PhilHealth para masagot ang tanong, bakit nag-remit ito ng 60 billion pesos sa national government kung may mga utang pa? Si Associate Justice Amy Lazaro Javier ang humimay sa isyong ito.
Has PhilHealth paid all the recorded and recognized claims?
Your Honor,
before it transferred the funds to the Treasury?
Your Honor, in a certain cut-off date, Your Honor, definitely hindi ho. Natin mababayaran lahat.
Not all were paid,
yes,
and yet you transferred the funds already.
Sa 2021 financial statement ng PhilHealth na inaudit ng COA, 1.16 trillion pesos pa ang bayarin ng PhilHealth sa mga benepisyo, habang 347 billion lang ang asset nito. Ibig sabihin, mahigit 816 billion pesos ang deficit ng PhilHealth. Sabi ng adverse opinion ng COA, hindi sinunod ng PhilHealth ang tamang accounting standard at malamang na mas malaki pa ang deficit nila.
Financial statements do not present fairly the financial position of PhilHealth. In short, the negative equity of PhilHealth may be way more than 816 billion pesos. Even if you double up your assets, they're not enough to pay off your liabilities.
Unti-unti namang bumaba ang deficit hanggang sa 26 billion pesos na lang noong 2022. Pero deficit pa rin.
From these assets, the law requires PhilHealth to set aside a portion called reserve funds, precisely to cover payments for the claims of beneficiaries. And that portion has to be used exclusively for the claims, to pay the claims of the beneficiaries. And if there is an excess, then additional programs should be set up. And if there is still an excess in the excess, then investment may be made.
Pero sabi ng PhilHealth, hindi naman sabay-sabay babayaran ng mga utang. Kayaan niya itong punan ng mga makukolektang direct contribution ng mga miyembro.
Requirement of the law, Your Honor, particularly in Section 11,